This is your mind, body, and soul reading for August 29th, 2022. Very rarely do I get straight up like toxic when I do connection readings. There's usually some type of connection that you have with an individual that some reason or purpose, even if it's short, that there's some level of growth or gain in that circumstance. But here it's really just let's jump to this. This is you in the situation, and this is kind of what you're feeling and what they're feeling. And this is the circumstance of how it affects your mind, your body, and your soul, right? This connection, how that connection affects your mind, body, and soul. And now what we're seeing here is a lot of Mars, right? We have Mars, both represented in you and in this other individual. You're in Virgo, they're in Capricorn. Now that's not your sun sign, but that's the energy that you are putting out in this circumstance. As Mars in Virgo, they're putting out Mars in Capricorn. Now what does this mean? What this means is that they have this level of feeling superior. They have their way of doing things, and it's your job to satisfy that. They're right, of course, all the time, aren't they? Right? I mean, they know the right way to do it, and they're very practical, and they're very, people come to them for answers, and they provide them, and so they feel this way about things. Now, you, on the other hand, are more of a discerning type of person and are able to kind of look at things in a different way, but instead wind up being accused for that, right? That's the idea of this finger pointing constantly. And that's not good, because it doesn't allow there to be a discourse. This just turns into barking orders, and then the other person kind of being in a position of having to say, okay, do I want to do this even though I don't feel it, for the sake of not arguing? That's not healthy. And how it's affecting the mind, body, and soul is also pretty awful here, to be honest. As far as the mind is concerned, constantly being in this position of feeling like that you have to dance around another person does not allow you to be emotionally fulfilled, and you're not, right? And so you kind of you've become dependent upon them for that, and they're an empty well. So all you're being filled with is negativity, right? And that also, body-wise, is leading you to a lot of stressful situations here. That anxiety is causing health problems. There's this weird sort of issue of your body wanting and trying to do what it can to cope with the situation of anxiety and some of the behaviors that you have that you've been doing to cope, and it's not good. It's sort of like they're not meeting in the middle, and that's not sustainable. You may think that you're okay for now and just not feeling great, but it's going to become a big issue. And as far as like your soul, this is an important card, because what this is looking at is sort of the basis of where you're coming from, and this is permanent throughout your life. And one of the ways that you're able to deal with this type of thing, and why that you're still in the situation that you're in right now, is that you have this capacity to sort of separate from it. And so it's kind of happening, as far as you're concerned, to someone else, and you're observing it, and that's how you've been able to cope. Because you know the ways that you can kind of turn the situation temporarily here and now and steal your moments of joy. That's no way to live. And it can very easily change by just recognizing that you deserve better. I know it's not easy. If you want to talk about any specifics on how to go about that and the best way to go about caring for yourself, you can give me a call or a text message at that number. I will contact you back if I can't answer immediately. Or you can direct message or email, and we can talk about that further, okay? But the point is that you deserve not just love, you deserve your own power and the other person to want that. And if they don't, you're in the wrong place. And you should be able to give them the same thing, and that becomes something that's sustainable and can grow, and you can both benefit. So that's what you deserve. That's what you should want. And action needs to be taken for you to get that. All right? So we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.